respect to United States versus Switzerland
Yeah.
comparison. So I have some other shocking
News.
differences in
Tell
Switzerland
me about
versus
that.
America. So the next one is how people tip in Europe and specifically in Switzerland.
And I don't like this tipping situation system
Okay,
in
let me
US.
ask one more question. Imagine you're in the restaurant and you're drinking your soft drink like Coke or Pepsi
Yeah.
or anything, and you're finishing your first glass of Pepsi. How you can order the next one? You have to tell them and you're
No,
gonna come and refill it, or what should you do?
you just order a second one.
Okay, you're ordering the second one and they're
Yeah,
charging
so
you for the
people
second
come.
one.
Yeah, they charge you for the second one. Yeah.
Okay, that's how tip works. So here we have something we call it the refill option.
Yeah, but it's not that they come with a glass of Coke, So it's like a bottle that they open for you. The second also they come and open for you. The only thing that is with refill is water, and water is for free in Switzerland
Okay.
anyway, because as soon as you arrive at the restaurant, they bring you water so that you can start looking at the menu and whatever, right? And that this is for free, and constantly they fill it up. So, or even when you go to a coffee shop, it's the same because after coffee,
So
you
I
usually also drink water. Yeah.
so I think you don't have something like fountain drink.
What is that?
Fountain
Fountain.
fountain
Fountain drink.
fountain drink. Yeah,
Fountain
it's
drink.
it's a big box that has different, for example, it
No,
has
you
Diet Coke,
do.
it
No, no,
has
no,
Coke, it
no.
has Pepsi.
I just
Oh,
say here, the situation when you go to a restaurant, it's posh. It's like, it's not like you have a fountain. So I think US is more like chilled, like pop thing that you go, you just chill, right? And even you can eat something because there's also American restaurants, but here is like they come, they treat you, they see what you want, and then they come as like almost a Michelin step thing, I would say. But this fountain drink is only for cinema. This is one time you buy, and every time you can refill. So
okay. It's
then
for
you don't have to
cinema,
pay
or
again. Yeah,
you
like
don't
really
have that in
chilled, like low
restaurants.
places, no restaurants and no like cafeterias, or mostly there is no. So water is always for free. Every drink and a single drink that is for free, and you can just refill it as much as you want. But every drink is like per bottle, so you have to pay per bottle. But for
Okay.
those places, if you go to a cinema and it's like a fountain drink, you just pay for one cup, and it doesn't matter. One time you drink Coke, next you drink, I don't know, Fanta, and then iced tea, whatever you want. It's just you drink and drink and drink again. So
I see.
yeah.
Okay. So you don't have tip and you don't have fountain drink in your main restaurants that you usually go. But here
No,
we
I mean, if you
have,
want to pay tip, you're more than welcome, and they would also very much appreciate. But first of all, nobody needs it, and nobody forces you. I know, like from my uncle, he's also American citizen, and for many, many years he studied there, worked there, right? And he told me that this is so serious in the U.S. that if they know you, if it's in your own area that you're living, and you go to a restaurant regularly, if you go there once and you don't tip them, like the people, the waiter or whoever is there, that you have to actually give a tip. The second time, they might spit in your food because you didn't tip them last time. So it's that serious. I mean, not everyone, but it could be some people that they say, oh, this is that horrible guy that didn't give me a tip last time, so we're just going to treat him like that. Yeah, I think
so
I
it's,
don't like that.
but it's not fair. Imagine you're in the restaurant and you're drinking your whole drink and requesting, can I have refill? And the waitress coming or waiter coming and refilling it for you and cleaning the table and everything. And at the end, you're not tipping them. And tip
Yeah, because
is
now
some,
you are used to, I told you how I was used to things in Germany. And now for you, it's super weird because you are
yeah,
not used to not tipping, So for you, it's like a must because it's like written, hacked in your mind that if you don't tip, no, 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 you have to tip, right? But I'm not used to it. And I think it's a little bit crazy. So imagine that we go for our nails. Like boys are really having few things that they have to take care of, but girls are living as a girl is really expensive. So my sister lives in Canada, and she pays for every 2 weeks she goes for her nails and toes, and it is already super expensive, and each time she goes she has to tip like 20%. You know how much it is? So, and I'm like, and she's like, yeah, I have to tip. And once I was like, can't you just not tip? And she was like, yeah, but this is super rude. Like if you don't tip, it's really, really rude. You know, they wouldn't say, yeah, so it's fine. Or they wouldn't say, I don't know, she didn't tip, but they would think that there's something wrong with you, you know,
Yeah, we
because
were
it's
in
in the culture. And I just don't like it. Like, I'm like, what?
we were in a restaurant. It was 2 days ago with one of my friends,
Yeah.
and he didn't like the service he received,
Yeah.
and he gave 0% tip.
Yeah.
And we left the restaurant and we put another bad
So
review
if
for the
you're
restaurant
killed
because
in
they
2 days, I'm not gonna wonder what happened.
no I they are not like that, but we when you're not getting the service that you deserve, you don't tip. It's not a
Mhm.
must, and you are kind
Yeah,
of
but would
giving
you go again to the
evaluation
same
for.
restaurant?
We didn't like it, and I don't think we're gonna back to that restaurant, so
But
that's why we gave 0%.
nail place, you go every 2 weeks. And if you want the person happy, so works on your nails again as good as last time, you tip. It means you have to
Yeah.
tip. It means it's by force. It means I don't like it. Anything by force is a weird thing. I think it's not nice.
Yeah, tip is in the culture of the United States, and you
Yeah.
have to pay tip. And I personally I like it because the people who
Yeah.
working there, they're
They get
getting
happy.
directly that tip to themselves.
Yeah.
And that's a way they can make a little bit more money because
So
there
I
are
have
the
a
people
question.
who are in it.
If they have, because usually we pay by cards now.
Hmm.
So how is it calculated? Because at
So
the
you're
end of the day,
paying,
it's in the account of the restaurant. It's not the account of the waiter, right? So
yeah.
how do they know?
So when you're finishing and requesting check, they bringing first check for you, which is the price for the whole food without any tips.
Yeah.
And you're paying that, and the waitress going and coming back again with another receipt, which gives you the second receipt, and you have to write down how much money you're
Ah,
gonna pay as a tip. And that money is the percentage of the whole money that you paid for the food, except tip.
so here
And
is
that
not like
tip,
that.
yeah, the tip part is just getting calculated and paying for the people who working there.
I
And
see.
that's how it works.
It's really in the culture. They figured out how they should do
Hmm.
that, because
Yeah.
here is just one time you pay. Either if you want to tip the person there, either you have to have it in cash and then put it between this thing that they bring, right? And
Hmm.
it's like a kind of a booklet, and they put the receipt in it, and then you pay the receipt. And while you're wrapping up, and then you finish, you want to go, you just put something, and then you give it back to the person in his hand, so he knows he should check
It's
it
it's
out.
usually it's usually cash.
If you want to do it to the person, then yes,
Hmm.
like that,
Yeah.
this person was nice, I want to tip him. Then I bring cash out. Sometimes your friend or someone who's paying doesn't have cash, and then you ask somebody has cash, maybe we should tip him, right? And then we put the money, like the cash, inside that booklet, and then we give it to him, so he knows that there's something for him there. But mostly nobody has cash, right? And if you tip, it's going to go to this tip account or this account of the thing, because you click on, I want to 10%, 0, 5, 10, 15%, right? And you can choose how much you want to tip. But that doesn't go to the person, it goes to the whole thing.
Hmm.
And that's why everyone works very well. So if they can tip, get tip from someone, I don't know if at the end of the month or at the end of the year, and then they collect all these extra amounts, and then it's divided to people. I've never worked in the catering or restaurants or whatever, so I don't know exactly. But there is nothing like separated sheets or receipt that you can, I don't know, pay the person who is treating you. That's why it's not a common thing here. If you want, of course, there are many people that are like super rich, and of course you get always happy to see people getting happy, and they just, when they're leaving, they put 100 or 50 in someone's hand, and that's it.